Okay. No, put it down, you dumbass. I did not press any button to pick that up. Alright. We are back, and I'm thrilled to be here because it is 11:30, which is everyone's asleep, which is unusually early for us. So I actually get to do this at a convenient time. We're still at Mountain Knot. And we've still got that issue that I kind of need to go all the way back to Mama. And then probably come all the way back here. But before we do that, I have some things that I want to talk about. Because I am... After that last episode, I went full conspiracy mode. So, first off, just some little things I've noticed that are kind of interesting. There are a lot of Egyptian themes in this game. The Homo Demons are the most obvious one, with Higgs in his fancy pharaoh costume. But there's other things too. The BBs, like my little pod here, I've noticed looks very similar to the canopic jars, which, you know, they use to, shut up, Sam. Which they use to, you know, store the liver, kidneys, intestines, and lungs of the dead in, or, you know, transport to the afterlife. On that same note, I just now realized how much the little pods that they have the mothers in, like Cliff's wife, look very much like a sarcophagus. And, you know, you're kind of extracting something from the dead, or brain dead in this case, and putting it in a jar to aid them in their way to the afterlife or something. I don't know. Shut up, Sam. So that's an interesting thing. Secondly, as was noted in the last episode, Lochna isn't dead. Mama never said she was. I was just stupid and thought that that was implied. However, this is kind of weird though. Remember when the baby was crying? There was that other person up there who looked suspiciously similar to Lochna.
Come on, Sammy boy.
Which makes me think that maybe she might be something else. She's definitely got dooms of some kind, but who knows what that means exactly. Now into conspiracy theories. Remember how Lochna said that Mama sided with terrorists? You know, it's sort of the thing like, does she mean Bridges? Or does she mean Higgs? Because here's the thing. She wants her baby, but she knows that the baby is dead and wants to go to the other side, I guess. So, Higgs convinces her... Shut the fuck up, Sam. I will put you down into the ground. Just shut up for a moment. And listen to me. So, Higgs convinces her, make the Cupid and do it in an unstable way that will increase chiral density. It will cause, you know, more stuff of the other side to bleed over, and she will get to keep her baby. That's assuming that she wasn't convinced by Bridges, who is already working with Higgs. So, that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking Lochna means. Okay, other thing. Amelie is dead. I think she is. And following the Egyptian themes, her body is, her body's still here and isn't decomposing for some reason. Who knows what? Maybe she's in a coma. That could be a thing. Anyways, I think they may have, you know, how they found her in, East Knot, or whatever it is. No, West Knot, I guess it would be. I think they shipped her body across America. She was being projected as a chirogram, but her body was just in a sarcophagus. Did I mention that already, that the pods that the still mothers are in look like sarcophagi? I probably did. And the reason her necklace is gone... Shut up. The reason her necklace is gone is because Higgs took it off of her body. Because, you know, that's, again, the Egyptian thing of... When you take something from the dead, they actually see it as being part of them, and that's why you give all of those... Why you give them all of that crap in the tombs, to give them fun stuff to do and eat in the afterlife. I also think that what happened on the East Coast happened a long time ago. That... Because Higgs already had the necklace, remember that? I've shown that a couple times now. He definitely does. So that means Amelie, that I've been seeing, is either an AI, or an edited recording, or pre-recorded messages, or something that's been changed to kind of motivate me to keep doing my job. Also, the weird thing, how they said that Deadman said Bridges adopted the BBs at around the same time as the Separatists, and the Separatists had it first. That, to me, kind of implies that there might have been a coordination of them working together. Hi. How are you guys doing? So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, and this other weird thing. Why did Sam not know his mom was the president? Like, that should have been pretty obvious, because, you know, he... No more. Because, remember how Deadman said that they were doing the BB project when it was Vice President Strand. And the thing that's weird about that is, like, okay, how long ago is that? 4 years? Probably not, which means she's probably been president for a lot longer. I can't imagine voting's much of a thing here.
Thank God.
I can't imagine there's much of a voting going on in this kind of environment. So she probably just stayed president for quite a few years after her term expired. Who knows? But why did Sam not know that she would be president? Like, he would have known... Either he was around before the death, you know, Manhattan exploded and took the president with it, conveniently, or he was there after, at which time she was the vice president and then became president when original president died, or he was around afterwards, in which case she would have already been president. That's kind of weird. And I'm thinking that the blowing up of Manhattan from the Void Out was probably planned, either by the Separatists or Bridges so that Bridges would get more power, or by the Separatists so they could take out the president, or who knows what reason. But those are my theories. That's all my conspiring for now. I'm gonna get up. Sam. I'm gonna get up just to see what's up with those porters that just went in. Maybe they can help me. And then I'm gonna go on an epic journey.
Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Hello. You are tall.
Keep on keeping on. Hey, mine's heavier.
Thanks for the help. Today's a good day.
When do I get a walking pole? Ow. Okay. Well, anyways. Now, with my big, long rant finished with, I was kind of thinking here. I'm gonna have to go back down there. Shit. Because I've got a plan. It's a terrible plan. Which means it's the best plan. Now, can I fabricate equipment? Shit. Okay. So, kind of makes me wish I took my floating carrier. But I was kind of thinking here, how exactly am I going to get down the mountain in an even remotely convenient amount of time? Right, I mean, it was a nightmare getting up here in the first place. I don't want to have to do all that shit to get back down. But then I remembered my brilliant, totally horrible idea. What's going on with that rock?
Steady.
It is... a very weird-ass rock. Okay, then. Ow. Did I just drop something? Nope. Hang on. Okay, so, my extremely brilliant, terrible idea. There is, very conveniently, all the way down this mountain, a river. Who the fuck lives there? Don't suppose... Anyway, that person would be good to talk to first. But, that doesn't change what I was saying. I'm gonna ride this river down. Is that a terrible idea? Abso-fucking-lutely. Does it sound fun? Hell yeah. How deep is this? If I can make it to that rock, I'm good. Uh-oh. Get on. Yes. Yes, why do they think bridges are terrorists? Let's find out what he has to say. Yes. We heard HQ suspects the whole Central Knot Void thing might have been terrorists. It was planned. Why was the head of bridges so conveniently out of the city at the time? Scheming. Kind of blew my mind to think they're hitting the East Coast already. They've been getting worse out here too. It was way quieter in the neck of the woods when we first showed up, but that's for sure. Back then, it didn't matter what breed of crazy were. Separatists, isolationists, leave me alone Atarians, whatever. You could at least get them to sit down and talk. Once. In the long ago time. Anyways, now it's blow shit up first, ask questions later. Wow, so fucking relevant to modern day politics. Anyways, because some folks got it in their head that Bridges and the Yushsei are the real baddies. Well, they are, but, not that I'm saying we shouldn't keep on trying to speak sense to these guys. If we don't, we'll be stuck beating each other over the head with bigger and bigger sticks till the world's covered in craters. Yep. That's why you talk. But on top of everything, now we've got these demons, wackos, and their wacko-in-chief Higgs to deal with. The top beta. Not that he was always a total Fruit Loop. Used to be a porter, ran his own outfit hereabouts. Then the postmaster went postal. Don't ask me how or why. I don't think even he could tell you. End of the day, only way forward is with each other, hand in hand with a fellow man. That's what the Yusei is all about, am I right? I don't think it is. I mean, I think you think it is. Doctor. I don't think it is about going hand in hand into a better future. I think it's about ending the world so that they can have immortal death lands. That looks climbable. Why is there... Are there scan lines on the screen, or is my brain melting? Don't answer that. Ooh, lots of 5G.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID.
if he's got lost cargo. I can't do shit with him. Alright then. That was a waste of time. So, but you know what that means. God, that's scary. Okay.
Restrictions lifted.
Before I do... as literally no one has said since the mid-2010s, YOLO! Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please press all of the buttons and follow me in all the places. Hope to see you next time, but until then, good night.